In a world obsessed with noise, where everyone is talking, posting, and proving, there exists another kind of man, one who says little, moves in silence, and commands respect without ever asking for it. He's not loud, he's not flashy, and he's not looking to be seen. But when he moves, everything around him shifts. He is the ghost in the system, the force in the shadows. That man is dangerous. Most men today are addicted to attention. They talk endlessly, seeking approval, hoping someone notices their efforts. They bleed energy into conversations that go nowhere, arguments that change nothing, and people who don't matter. They drain themselves chasing applause that will never make them whole. But not the silent man, not the disciplined one. Real power doesn't yell. It moves in silence. The man who holds true power doesn't need a stage. He doesn't post his every move or explain his every decision. He doesn't chase praise because he doesn't feed off others. He feeds off mastery. His validation comes from within. He knows who he is, and that terrifies people. Why? Because they can't control what they don't understand, and he's unreadable. This man doesn't react emotionally to every jab or insult. He doesn't argue to prove himself right. Instead, he sharpens his mind like a weapon and lets his results do the talking. He's not afraid to be misunderstood because he understands himself on a level most never will. While others seek to be seen, he seeks to become undeniable. Discipline is the new dominance. Power doesn't come from dominance over others. It comes from dominion over yourself. Your ability to walk away from cheap dopamine, from drama, from anything that compromises your mission. That's real strength. It's easy to chase pleasure. It's easy to talk about what you're going to do. But to sit in silence, build in solitude, and rise with no witnesses, that's rare. Men who lack discipline are ruled by their urges. They seek comfort, they settle, they compromise. But the man who can delay gratification, who can stay locked into his purpose even when no one is watching, he becomes unstoppable. Because his worth isn't tied to temporary wins. It's tied to who he becomes through the process. Every day you're either building your throne or giving it away to the noise. There is no in-between. Stop explaining yourself. Your actions are the statement. The more you explain, the more you dilute your message. Every time you lay out your dreams to the wrong people, you expose your vision to corrosion. You give the world ammunition to shoot it down, not because they don't believe in it, but because they can't imagine you being greater than them. The man of power doesn't lay his cards on the table. He moves with intention, holds his vision close, and lets the results speak so loudly that no rebuttal is needed. When he's doubted, he smiles. When he's underestimated, he builds. And when it's time to show up, he's already miles ahead. The world doesn't need another man who talks. It needs one who executes. Master your inputs. Control the signal you let in. Your mind is your battlefield, and most men lose the war before they ever pick up a weapon. Why? Because they consume everything. They watch, scroll, listen, argue. They absorb opinions from people who have done nothing, and those voices become their own internal monologue. But the quiet man filters everything. He's intentional about what enters his mind. He chooses wisdom over noise, clarity over chaos, purpose over popularity. His thoughts are not a product of the world. They are crafted with precision. A weak man allows the crowd to shape him. A strong man becomes the architect of his own code. Attention is a drug, and most are addicted. Social media has turned attention into currency, but what most don't realize is that chasing attention comes at the cost of personal power. Every post for validation, every argument online, every desperate reach for likes. It's all a withdrawal from your self-worth account. The high is temporary, the emptiness after, permanent. A powerful man doesn't chase attention. He becomes so locked into his purpose that the world has no choice but to pay attention on his terms. He doesn't perform for the crowd. He builds quietly, knowing that true value doesn't need advertisement. The more silent you become, the more lethal you are. Protect your energy. It's the fuel of power. Energy isn't just physical. It's mental, emotional, spiritual, and every moment you waste on things that drain you, unnecessary conversations, gossip, fake friends, toxic women, you're giving away the very fuel that builds your empire. A man of true power knows his worth, so he guards his energy like gold. He doesn't entertain drama. He doesn't argue with fools. He doesn't explain himself to the blind. He knows his time and focus are sacred, and he doesn't let anyone rent space in his mind for free. Your energy is your currency. Spend it where it builds legacy, not where it buys attention. Let them sleep on you, then wake them up with silence, the greatest advantage in life. Being underestimated. Let them think you're average. Let them laugh. Let them doubt. While they're distracted, you're building in the shadows, perfecting your craft, becoming something too powerful to ignore. The silent man doesn't warn people. He doesn't announce his rise. He just appears at the top, and by the time they realize what happened, it's too late. Keep your head down, work in the dark, and when you finally step into the light, let the impact be so great, they'll wish they had paid attention when they had the chance. Walking away, the weapon of the unshakable. The man who can walk away from anything that disrespects his peace, his values, or his mission is untouchable. Walking away is not weakness. It's not quitting. It's a power move. It says, I do not need to prove anything. I do not need your permission. I do not tolerate disrespect. Most men stay where they are not valued. They beg. They negotiate with people who've already shown them they don't care. That's slavery, not love. That's survival, not power. The man of silent strength doesn't chase validation. He doesn't fear being alone. He knows that walking away may cost him something in the moment, but it protects his throne in the long run. No more chasing, no more begging, no more explaining. Move like a ghost, build like a king. Your mission moving forward is clear. Silence your distractions. Protect your energy. Walk away from anything that insults your worth. Move without announcement. Let your actions deliver the message. And become the man no one sees coming, until it's too late. Power isn't loud. It doesn't plead or perform. It builds, it sharpens, it waits. And when it arrives, it takes everything. So stop explaining yourself. Stop leaking energy into empty spaces. And start becoming the man whose silence shakes the ground.